Yeah, I am hoping our guest is going to hope to join us during this next section, but segment 2 of the Russ Gutin Experience every week is always me with my comedy album of the week, and this week is no exception. It has like the best title I've ever heard for a comedy album, which is Rage Against the Routine. So awesome. My God. So you just wish you had thought of it. So much of his material gives you that feeling, and you guys are going to love him. He's going to join us for an interview, hopefully, but now playing a clip from his album and one of my favorite bits of all time. Please welcome Mr. Me.
I'm a petty person, for sure. Always out for revenge. Revenge and spite, both of those, actually. Yeah, I was getting into an elevator recently with a stranger, which is, it's not a big deal. I do it all the time. It's like a hobby. And so I love a good elevator ride. I'm not claustrophobic. Even if it crashes, I'm already in a casket. This is beautiful. It's cost effective. And so I get in to the elevator with this stranger, right? And he stands on the side with the buttons. Very important job, okay? Then I get to the back of the elevator, and then he pushes his floor, and then doesn't ask me what floor I'm going to. These are the people we need to fucking catapult out of our society. I'm bringing back the human catapult. I don't know why we ever got rid of that, to be honest. That should be the only death penalty that we have. That is fun for the whole family, isn't it? You can bring your kids, they don't see what happens on the way down, even the guy getting catapulted, I guarantee has to have a second where he's like, this is pretty sweet, you're flying, so he doesn't ask me, so I just try to lean in and give him a hint. I go, oh, sorry about that, 6, please, I say the floor, and then this is what he does. Instead of pressing 6 for me, he looks at me, hears me say it, and then he just leaned his shoulders out of the way for me to get in there and do it. Like he fucking smooth criminaled backwards. Leaned back so that I had this little room in between things. So first off, I'm a nice guy. I don't even think about it. I'm like, all right, I'll just get in here. And then I went to press it and I was like, what am I doing? I went like that and just pressed all the buttons. Fuck you, okay? That's it. We go to all the floors now. You're goddamn right. My day is done. This is my day. It's ruining yours because if you're on the side with the buttons, man, you are the elevator DJ for that ride. That's it. You gotta take requests. When I do it, I'm killing it. I'm like, this next floor goes out to Monica, and they're counting. I'm making it's a show,
I think it's just us.
Just us? Is there no mic?
Now you're back.
Oh, I hear Mike. I hear you, Mike.
You, pal.
Are you starting?
I hear you.
Do I have to let you into the video?
I'm in. You don't see me? I'm here, baby. Go to gallery
Oh,
mode.
there it is! Mr. Mike Feeney. I thought I fucked it up. Yes.
I've been here the whole time. I wish you would have told me. I would have came after you played my clip. The last thing I wanted to see is people. The last thing I wanted to see was people watching people listen to me do comedy. I feel bad enough for the people that have to watch, let alone listen. This is crazy.
Mike, I'm so sorry for this whole pandemic. It's all my fault, and so is Zoom comedy. I'm the reason it happened.
Oh, no.
Apologies. Now, Mike, I am so excited you're here tonight. I've gone on and on about how great of a comic I think you are. I think the title of your album, Rage Against the Routine, is probably the best comedy album title I have ever heard. The cover art is what I would call a pristine homage to Evil Empire, an album I wore out in my '86 Volkswagen Golf that I drove in high school.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's right, represent. So the first question I always like to ask other comedians about their comedy albums, because I don't think the audience at home always knows how long we work on things, is in terms of the material on the album, what would you say is the oldest bit and what is the newest bit on the album?
That is a great question. I would say, and by the way, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Russ, I would say that the Man, there are some bits that are old. I think the oldest bit on it, I have a bit about my wife who gets nervous when she's home alone, so she like punches the shower curtain.
Yeah.
Which is just like that to me is probably one of the oldest bits. I do that right in the beginning of it. You know, it's a real fun ploy to get the audience on my side to be like, I'm a married guy, not just a white guy. You know, so
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
All married lives matter.
Yeah, exactly. So that's probably the oldest joke, and then the newest joke was actually there's a bit I do about Rockaway Beach and about and this not having, which ironically works perfectly, about a guy not giving me any personal space in Rockaway Beach, and they're all because we're all on top of each other. And then another bit about jet skis and how they're not they suck. But I will say those two they just started clicking about like a month before the album.
Oh.
And I decided they were just fun for me. I figured if I added old material, it'd be stuff that would be fun for me to do. So it was just.
Oh, you maniac! Though that's what I always say. That's reckless behavior when recording an album. I absolutely love it. I mean, it takes balls to take something that's, you know, to mix it in with something that has already been slow cooked. I just absolutely love it. And you know how much I love your material. I go on and on about it. I'm
Thanks,
sure you're
buddy.
tired of hearing me say it. Now, Mike, speaking of that, besides your awesome special on YouTube hitting 100,000 views last week, okay, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Awesome.
You also have the amazing podcast with Mike Cannon, Irish Goodbye. You have a small role in the movie that he's in on Amazon Prime, Timing. You also continuously appear in all these great sketches that comics are doing. The werewolf sketch that you and our guest later tonight, Chris, is in, or Brendan Sagalow's Delivery Boy sketch. You're like his nemesis. And you're appearing on other people's shows like you are so graciously doing for me tonight. So my question to you is, Mike, what the fuck is your problem, right? Why are you trying to make every other comic look so lazy? Were you not praised enough in your youth? Make me understand.
Well, for sure that, for sure that, but also like I love that was my favorite thing. That was 7 minutes of compliments followed by a what the fuck. I'll take that every single.
What the fuck?
But you're too kind, man. I don't know. I think I'm just trying to stay busy because I don't have a creative outlet now, so I need it to be. There's two different types of comedians. There's people who are addicted to comedy and being like creating things, and then there's those who are addicted to claps, which are the people who are like, I'm gonna do stand up.
I'm sitting right here, Mike. I can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah. So I think it's just I don't know, man. I like making stuff, and hopefully people enjoy it. And now it's been like forced retirement. It's been a little reprieve to not be able to do stand up, but it also at the same time feels good and lets you flex your other muscles, you know?
I do like that answer a lot, Mike, because I would say even before the pandemic, I was always impressed by how much friggin' content you were always putting out, and you have not let anybody down. I mean, your Instagram video back in the day of you catching a ball at Yankee Stadium is one of my absolute favorites. Now,
Boyd, baby.
Speaking of forced retirement,
yes.
You have had a lot of free time, so the next two questions pertain to this. I have noticed during quarantine, like I talked about at the beginning of the show, I'm a huge gamer, but I'm more of a single player experience sort of guy, especially with the VR machine I just got. But then on Twitter, I saw you posting that you were playing Call of Duty Warfare with a lot of other comics. So, Mike, my question to you is, please spill the tea, name screen names. Who is the absolute best comic to play Call of Duty with, and who is the absolute worst? Be specific.
I mean, it's easy. I don't have to hold any punches back. I mean, I think the best is Shuli Egar or Brendan Sagalow. So Shuli Egar from the Howard Stern show and Brendan Sagalow are good. They're like good players. The worst would be Ian Fidance.
Oh, you're done.
And it's not even
Ian.
Ian's not. It's not that he's terrible at the game. It's that he's terrible at concentrating, and he's just. His ADD is a
Call of
nightmare.
Duty requires a certain
Teamwork. You need some teamwork. You're like, hey, we're all running to this building, and he's like 400 meters away. Also, Louis J. Gomez is possibly the worst. He makes Ian look great.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's like we'll all jump from
Puerto
a plane
Rican
together.
rattlesnake.
Yeah, he's a rattlesnake in that he'll just bite anyone near him, even his teammates. So he just his plan is to just jump out of the plane and start shooting. He wants to be Rambo, but you can't be Rambo. There's not a team of Rambo, you see. So it's only one Rambo.
Oh my God! I was so excited to hear the answer because my friends don't play with me anymore. Because on Destiny 2, I'd be like, which button? Where do I?
Oh, that's Ian. Yeah, that's what Ian does. Ian's logged about 100 hours into the game and still goes, how do I see where you guys are?
Yeah, I'm not good at teamwork games, but I'm very proficient at just like, single player. That is a fucking amazing answer. Thank you, Mike. I can't thank you enough. Now, Mike, along with the fact that I've said I think you are pound for pound one of the best comics I've worked with on either coast. I love your material. One of the things that I always look forward to working with you is because we always get to talk about sports, and especially baseball and football, I would say predominantly. So we've all been forced to go without sports, which is a huge part of all of our personalities these last few months. So I have two questions for you, which is one, what did you do to cope without sports during this time? And sub-question, how fucking amped on a scale from 1 to batshit excited are you for sports to finally be back, especially today with opening day of baseball?
Buddy, I'm batshit excited. I mean, yesterday, unfortunately, Scopo is not really a baseball. He doesn't really pay attention to sports, so he doesn't know much about it. But I am such a big sports fan, New York sports fan too, unlike him. But I'm a big Yankee fan and a Knicks fan and a Rangers fan. So it was exciting to see the Yankees, win a game yesterday, come out of the gate swinging. You know what's weird? I usually get like, not even seasonal affective disorder, but like lack of baseball affective disorder by about December 2nd. And this year it's like, the Yankees.
Right, December 2nd, said like.
Yeah, it's so far. It's so far away. And like the Yankees signed Garrett Cole on my birthday. So it was like the best birthday gift. I was so excited. But then once the pandemic hit, I forgot about baseball because we were all fighting for our lives, you see.
Right.
And so it kind of went faster than I expected it to be. And now it's July and I feel like we're just breathing, just taking our head up for oxygen. And now baseball is back for, however long. And it feels great. It feels great to just see, even if they're not playing in the stadiums, I'm still happy in general that they're playing at all. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah, while I am totally disagreed to people even trying to play sports right now, I am 100% about that online drunk shopping for gear life.
Hell yeah.
Now that the season
I like that. It's a good shirt.
Started again because and one, to your answer earlier, I believe Shuli has a travel video game system and a home video game system.
Mm-hmm.
So that speaks to that. I was so impressed whenever I saw that. But the thing about sports today I was so excited about was my wife agreed to me to buy one of those cardboard cutouts you can get at the stadium here in Philly. So you can actually buy a picture of yourself, and it's actually only $40. It's cheaper than
that's great.
the game. You don't go to Shake Shack. You don't get the shits. I think not a lot of. I'm a big fan of some of the changes from the virtual world to the new world. I only.
There are benefits.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm a huge germaphobe. All right. Lastly, Mike, and thank you again for doing this and joining me. I know I go on and on about how much I think you're the best, but that was it. Actually, I'm sorry. I went past the notes. So, Mike, that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong thing. I want to thank you so much tonight for the show and joining me on some of these first early episodes of the Russ Gutin experience that they have me.
What an experience it's been, huh, folks? I mean, best night of our lives. I mean, look how comfortable we all are. Chris doesn't even know he's on camera. Look, Chris is getting ready now for his show. He angled the camera down and looked.
That's right. That's right. No, but Mike, I really do think the world of you and your wife, your material, and your hustle. I can't wait to see what you do next. And thank you so much for all the content you provide for me, everybody at home, which is my mother-in-law and my wife go out and buy
Hi.
Rage Against the Routine.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike Feeney.
Check it out. Thank you. Pleasure. Good seeing you, Russ. Love you, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Love you, buddy.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was great. Mike is the best, and all of those video game answers was one of the things I was really looking forward to. So now,